Thousands of anti-Israel protesters ed with police Saturday night after they refused to evacuate a Bay Ridge street they had flooded for hours. The Flood Brooklyn for Palestine demonstration turned into chaos at night. Protesters completely blocked traffic, screamed at police and lit small fires in the middle of the roads. Aggressive protesters dug when NYPD tried to remove them from 72nd Street and 5th Avenue, where a rally of 5,000 had gathered earlier in day to demand that United States withdraw its support for its closest ally Middle East in an attempt to quell the rally that had gotten out of control. Officers began removing individuals from the massive flood of Palestinian flag-waving mobs and from a pickup truck carrying rallygoers. It got pretty heated, a law enforcement official told the Post. 8 NYPD officers are seen trying to control protesters during a march in support of Palestine near the Queens Expressway in Brooklyn. A young teenager was seen trying to hold down an elderly woman carrying a Zionism is genocide banner, and the woman was caught by 2 police officers. Some rioters threw eggs at the crowd of police officers, while protesters continued to shout in the streets. They also continued to chant slogans over small barbecue fires they lit on road. A group of protesters are seen confronting NYPD officers during a rally on Saturday night. The NYPD confirmed that nearly 24 people were taken into custody during the chaos, but it is unclear whether those taken into police custody were formally arrested or issued summonses. The overwhelming demonstration began hours earlier at one of the largest Arab and Middle Eastern gatherings in New York City. We call for the liberation of all of Palestine. A protester is seen being handcuffed after ing with police officers. We are not just calling for a ceasefire like other groups, added woman, wearing a t-shirt of the radical left group Within Our Lifetime, one of event's organizers. We are not just calling for an end to genocide. The anti-Israel mob included people of all ages, from young children to those in their 20s and gray-haired elderly people. There are onlookers who see an NYPD officer standing behind glass. Say it loud. Say it clearly. We don't want Zionists here. Protesters chanted by beating drums and waving Palestinian flags. We will liberate Palestine until the end of our lives, the crowd shouted, holding signs reading Zionism is genocide and resistance is legitimate when people are occupied. One of the demonstrators was seen carrying a distasteful poster depicting a person throwing away an Israeli flag. An elderly woman is seen stepping back as an NYPD officer approaches them during Saturday's protest. Please keep the world clean. The sign was read. Many attendees were not surprised by Saturday's show of force at the rally, which was promoted as a demonstration to end the US-backed genocide in Gaza. This is Brooklyn, Little Palestine.